Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Monday, the 24th of March, 2020. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We made it through the weekend. We made it. We're here. And the hard stuff begins. So I'm going to use my Namaste deck, and I'm going to start this reading off with a blessing. Because in these times, we need to start every day off with a blessing, a prayer, and a thankfulness. A thankfulness that we made it through last night, that we are still here in the midst of this pandemic. We are still here. So let's make sure that we remember to be thankful for everything that we have, because we could be somewhere else where things are much different. So let's remember to be grateful. Our blessing this morning, dear Creator, dear universe, spirit guides, please give my listeners a blessing and myself a blessing for this Monday. Oh, okay. So this is our blessing, and it's the sky, and it's the sea and the sky, with all the living things that are hidden from us, that are under the water. A sea of blessings. The universe is a projection from within you, and you are a projection of the universe. You are a vast space, and yet you are spaceless. You are a divine ocean of love, a sea of blessings. You are the wind of change that flows through life. Namaste. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, okay. And we are a sea of change. We are divinely blessed and divinely created. Good morning, everybody. All right. So today we have I have 3 questions. First question is from a new subscriber, Betty L. And her question is, will Trump use his executive powers to demand that manufacturers stop manufacturing non-essential things and start manufacturing medical equipment that is necessary at this time? Will Trump enact his executive power to literally force companies to make medical equipment, which should have already been done? But let's see what the cards say. Will Trump use his executive power to force manufacturers to help mitigate the lack of medical equipment and for them to manufacture? Will Trump force companies to produce medical equipment? Okay. Whew. Oh, there's a lot of energy in those cards today. First card out, the signifier. Guys, look at this. The 4 of Swords. The coffin card. The death card. That's a great big old no. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles coming in. This is money. Someone coming in discussing money. I'm sorry, Betty, but the way that this is going, okay, with death and only discussions about the financial aspects of everything. I'm going to pull 6. I'm doing the Celtic Cross, and I'm using my Rider Whites. Sorry, I didn't do that in the beginning. What's above this, what's crowning this reading, is the Knight of Cups. Okay, this is coming. This is more, these are discussions. This is, they're discussing it, but they're not discussing it based on the needs of the people. It's all discussed about financial. It's all about how not to tax, how not to put the companies out. What's below the reading is temperance, the balancing of everything that has to be done. What I'm getting, Betty, is the only discussions that Trump is having about getting big corporations to actually use, to give back to the people. It's this is selfishness and greed. This is avarice from the top. What's in front of this reading is justice. And the last card of this reading, the Four of Pentacles. He's hoarding. No, Betty. At this time, at least, no. He is not going to use his executive powers to demand that manufacturing companies produce medical equipment. From the way that I'm seeing this, no, it's about money, and he's not concerned about the people at this point yet. So no, right now, no, he is not going to demand that manufacturing companies stop what they're doing and begin to produce things that are going to save us. No, not yet. Okay, the next question is from Sue Ellen P. And her question, this is a good question, guys. This is 2 yes or no questions, actually. The first question, the same question, it's for Bernie and for Biden. And she wants to know if they are safe from the virus. So we'll do Biden first. I think I've asked this question, but this is one of those, because this is something that's evolving over time. This is one of those questions because of free will, human nature, and just us being humans, and things change daily. That could change. So, will Biden become infected with the virus? Will Biden be infected with the virus? Will Biden be infected with the virus? There we are. First card out, we have the Juggler in reverse. And swords are yeses. So not swords, aces are yeses. So if we get a sword, I don't know. I think the ace of sword must be coming out here pretty quickly because the sword keeps coming out of my mouth. But if I get an ace is a yes. Anything else is a no. Okay? So that's how these questions work. Will Biden catch the virus? Crossed by the world. What's above? The Nine of Swords. What's below? The Fool. What's in front of? The Ten of Pentacles. And what's behind is the Nine of Rods. So at this time, it doesn't look like Biden is going to get the virus at this time. So as of today, no. Let's see about Bernie. Will Bernie contract the virus? And let's just do this. Will Bernie contract the virus? Will Bernie contract the virus? I sure hope that they're behaving better than some of the other senators and congressmen that have now tested positive for the virus. Will Bernie get it? The first card coming out is the King of Pentacles, crossed by the Moon. What's above is the Nine of Rods. Below is the Tower. And I'm not reading these because this is a yes or no question, so I'm not going to reach on these questions, okay, guys? What's in front of is the Knight of Cups, and what's behind is Death. No. I believe Bernie and Biden are both at this point safe, or they are doing all they can to protect themselves from getting sick. And my last question this morning is from Veronica G. I guess there was a news report that said 80% of the population would contract the virus. And she wants to know if this is a fact or if this is exaggerated. So, will a majority of the population contract the coronavirus? Will a majority of the population contract this superbug? And this is also a yes or no question, guys, so I'll only draw 6 cards. Okay. Whew. First card out, the signifier, the Queen of Pentacles. What is above that is the Emperor. I'm crossed by the Emperor, I'm sorry. What is above is the Page of Pentacles. What's below is the Six of Cups. In front of is the Page of Swords. And behind is the Four of Rods. So, Veronica, I'm going to say no. 80% of the population, or a supermajority of the population, won't contract this virus. But what I want you guys to remember is that this is serious, and this is not the flu. I think one of the things that happened when our commander-in-chief was downplaying the seriousness of this bug was that he kept comparing it to the common flu, to the annual flu that we get every year, every winter. That was the first problem, which cemented in a lot of people's minds that this is nothing more than a bad cold. This virus is not the flu. That's the first thing that we have to impress upon, that we have to make sure that we understand ourselves, and that in our conversations with other people, that we are understanding that this is not a cold. This is not the common flu. This is not something that you catch and without treatment in 7 to 10 days, you're okay. This is not that. And we need to understand that. Okay, I need you guys to think of this bug more like smallpox or measles. Okay, if we had a pandemic of measles right now, we would have no problem keeping people indoors. Think about that. Because people understand how serious measles are, and because people don't understand the coronavirus, and they don't understand that it is not the flu. People are playing craps, literally. They're rolling the dice with their health, making bad decisions to go into places that are not necessary. Okay? All joking aside, guys, we have got to be smart. We have got to not only think about our well-being, but the well-being of others. If you don't need to go to the store, don't. If you are bored and you just are popping into places because they're open, remember that you're putting yourself in danger. Because if you go in there just to look around and you touch the counter and then you walk outside and you rub your eyes, you've just infected yourself and you're carrying that home to your family. Use your imagination, guys. Come on. Break out those cards. Break out the old board games. Open up those closets. Go back. Tiddlywinks. All kinds of things that we can do. FaceTime, meetings, phone tag. There's so many things that we can do that don't require us interacting or going into places to where we're putting ourselves in danger. And I just want everybody to be safe and to be mindful and to think about what we're doing, what we are actually doing every time we leave our houses. Because what's going to happen, guys, if we continue to go out there and behave like this is not serious, they're going to lock us down for sure, for real, okay? To where we have policemen rolling up and down the street demanding that we stay inside our houses. Right now, we still can at least go out into our yards and garden and do things like that. We need to protect those social freedoms that we have to at least move around a little bit. We have got to protect it by not putting ourselves and others in danger. I'm going to climb off that soapbox. I love you guys. I love you. I want you to make sure you're communicating with people. Set your intentions to help humanity. That is our test: to love, to become a village, to be a community, to be one group of people, not a fractured, splintered, hateful, mean, we have to break that cycle and we have to embrace each other. I love every one of you. Thank you for being here with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a wonderful Monday, guys. Have a wonderful week. Bye, guys.